I love considering time in this way. While the Roman Colosseum is a big picture example, you can create puzzles with time in ways that feel even closer to you. For those of you who are Gen X or older like me, imagine where you were in the year 1990. What did you think about? What did you wear? What music did you listen to? What were your most pressing problems? Doesn't seem that long ago, right? Now, if I do a little bit of math, I can tell you that today you are closer to the year 2050 than you are to 1990. In 2050, they will be listening to what you hear as today's top hits regularly on Spotify on a Golden Oldies channel. In case you didn't know already, the unimaginable future of yesterday is now here. The book you're about to hear will stretch time, your brain, and your heart so that you can become the great ancestors the future needs you to be. Together, we're going to explore how looking at time with a wider lens, coupled with our emotional and collaborative strengths, can make us great ancestors and help us in our own lives. We're going to look at 4020 AD and imagine the type of people that we want to be inhabiting the earth, what they will care about, and how we can help them manifest their best lives by laying some foundations today. What's more, we're going to learn that this time, this very moment, is one of the best chances we have to make a huge impact on the lives of those to come. Let's get started. Chapter 1. Living. What Longpath is and why we need it. Look and listen for the welfare of the whole people, and have always in view not only the present, but also the coming generations, even those whose faces are yet beneath the surface of the ground, the unborn of the future nation. From the great law of the Haudenosaunee, the founding document of the Iroquois Confederacy. You might expect I'd start a book titled Longpath with a story about how every journey of 1,000 miles starts with a first step. Or maybe you're expecting to hear about the 20-year journey to build the Transcontinental Railroad, connecting the east and west coasts of America. Or the 200-year process of building the Great Wall of China. Or maybe even something about moonshots. Perhaps you expect a sermon on how we need to really, truly start acting on climate change, because there will soon be 1 billion climate refugees roaming the planet in search of shelter and water. I'll get to all of these in good time, but truth be told, the story of the future of human civilization often starts with something pretty innocuous. For instance, a buzz from a phone. I was in the kitchen making my world-famous dragon eggs dinner, eggs scrambled with cut-up hot dogs and cheese, when I felt a vibration in my pocket. It was an app notification from our local school. My 12-year-old daughter, Ruby, had missed turning in her Spanish assignment, which had been due exactly 12 seconds before. My instant reaction to that buzzing, though, was hundreds of thousands of years in the making. All sorts of chemicals and neurotransmitters started firing in my brain. Anger that she missed the assignment, sure, but beneath that was shame. What kind of parent am I? Fear, if she keeps this up, she won't get into her choice of college. And a deep-seated sense that by doing something wrong, I had upset members of the tribe and was going to find myself pushed out of the cave tonight, forced to fend for myself against large animals with very big teeth. With all of this going through my mind and body, I had a choice to make. Freak out, lose my shit, yell at Ruby, or pause and follow the principles of Longpath. Longpath, a simple but profound mindset that shifts thinking from the short term to the long term, allowed me to take that half-second pause and recognize the swirl of chemicals and hormones rapidly welling up inside me. And in that pause are the hundreds of thousands of years that came before that moment, the hundreds of thousands of years that would come after, and the awareness that I was just a link in a greater chain of being. I was, in my best impression of Carl Sagan, part of a pale blue dot in the ever-expanding universe of space and time. Half a second later, I realized that whether Ruby knew what biblioteca meant would not dictate her future or our collective humanity's future. What was most important was not getting worked up over the missed assignment. That would get resolved later after we had dinner, and I could talk to her about it. What mattered was maintaining